Alright guys, how you doing? Chris here with Armattan Quads. I mentioned that we had some new cam braces coming, and it's taken a long time. Frankly, I don't know what numbers these would be, probably V4, V5, maybe even V6. We work on a bunch of different things. We tried, and eventually we came up with an idea of using rubber, and it's actually a fantastic idea. This has been fully tested now. We're already shipping some of these with the F1 models. And then I wanted to give you guys a look as to what we did with this and how it works. So let's start. For these, essentially we've got two kinds. We're going to have a new pod. This pod was designed for a model called Fusion 5. Fusion 5 likely won't be produced, but the pod will be produced. I really like them. It looks like this. This is what the pod looks like once it's assembled. Light is not very good here, it seems. And as you can see, we've got what we call the dime there, the rubber dime here, and a lock screw next to it here. Now let me show you how this works. Pretty simple. Essentially, this little part here, it pops in there like a bobbin, right? Pops in there just like a bobbin would. And once it's in there, well, there's a lip on there, so it can't come out. And then as you can see, it can then turn freely, right? And this section here, this back section here, this is basically, we tried this a bunch of different times until we got it exactly perfect, which basically what we're doing is we're accounting for this little part here that sticks out, this protrusion in the cam brace, as well as the major protrusion there where the bolt goes through. So there's two levels of protrusion here, and we've included them in the design here. And the camera essentially would sit like so. You can see the back of the camera there sits right against that rubber. Therefore, the cam cannot move. Once it's attached and the bolt is in, it can't move unless the rubber part moves. All right, and of course, from there we put a bolt on this side. Alright, that screws into the cameras. The camera is then held in place. And the result is basically something that looks like this. As you can see at the back, we've got support at the back of the camera, and we've got the lock screws there going into a sunk nut. I'll show you that on an F1.4. Looks like this. And this basically allows us to have as much tilt as we basically need. This is close to 45 degrees here, maybe a bit more even, maybe close to 50 degrees, right? And it can move all the way down as well, all the way down, like so, which is obviously lower than you want. I wanted this in case something happens, you had a hard crash, so that the camera would stop on the bottom plate as opposed to stopping above that, where then you could chance having damage caused to your camera casing. Alright, and this thing is pretty wicked because once you tighten these screws here on the side, like so, it's pretty simple. The camera can't move now, but it does have insulation. This is what's neat about it. It can wiggle a little bit, but it won't move. It really won't move. You set it up where you like it, it just simply won't move from there. And in a hard crash, if you were to damage the front end of the model or whatnot, there's flex to this now because it's mounted on rubber. Therefore, again, you're going to protect the casing and the camera a lot better. What I found with the previous cam braces and different things we tried is that if you attach this directly to carbon fiber in a hard impact, the plastic will fail first before the carbon fiber does. So essentially, if you break your top plate, cause damage to your cam plates, there's good chances you're also going to cause damage to your camera casing. Where in this case, the chances of that are greatly reduced, again, because we've got a rubber mount on this, which is, you know, you're going to have literally up to a good 5 mil of flex on this, right? And once it's on there like this, the camera can't pop out or anything like that. It's really, maybe doesn't sound very humble, but I think it's a brilliant design in introducing rubber to hold the cam in place like this. Now, to show you what you would get in a kit, you would essentially get, let me pop this out of there. Let me pop the little washer out of there too. You get two of these. and you'll get two of the I guess the thumb screws, aluminum thumb screws, and you will get two sunk nuts. You will get two little M2 washers, and you will get two 5mm bolts. And this, I think you guys are going to like that. This is to replace what we call the cheese screws that usually come with these cameras. They're crap. They're Phillips, and when you go to tighten them up, they almost always trip. They're rubbish. Whereas these guys here, basically an M2. It's just not M2. Is 1.5mm hex drive. It's iron. It won't strip. You can really screw that into the camera really well, and it actually works. Let me show you. Get the 1.5 here. I think I have one right here. It will actually thread itself into the plastic very nicely, and it holds on there a heck of a lot better than the cheese screw. And as you can see now, I don't need to worry about stripping this. I can just use my screwdriver, just simply screw that in, right? And the length of screws that we're giving you, you're not going to have to worry about screwing them too far into the camera PCB on the inside or anything like that. So that's that. And essentially this part here, let me assemble this for you. So simple, right? You got this part here, just pop like that in there like a bobbin, like so. I often use a little screwdriver here to just pop that in there, like so. And then your sunk nut goes here, like so. Fits perfectly. And then on the other side, you've got your thumb screw. We'll then go through there and secure the mechanism. You only need to hold the sunk nut at the back once when you first put that in. Once it's tightened on there, it'll stay in. You don't have to worry about it. So I just want to make sure I secure that all the way in there now. There you go. My sunk screw sunk in. There you go. Now it's secured, and as you can see, it cannot move. It's on there solid, right? It just simply won't move. It doesn't matter how hard and you don't need to tighten these so hard for this to happen. Just loosen it a little bit, just a quarter of a turn. There you go. Moves freely. You can see, moves freely. And then once you tighten it, you're good to go. And then from there, you put your little M2 washer in the hole here. This is just to make sure that the bolt won't pop out, like so. And then you put your screw in there and you screw that onto your camera until you get something like this. And that's for the F1 models. And you just pop that onto the main frame, put your top plate on top, and you're done. Very easy to install. With the pods, a little bit different because, for example, if I want to stick my camera on there, now it won't fit because, again, of these protrusions on the side here and here. So you essentially have to have the side plates here, loosen a little bit, move that out, then you'll be able to slide that in there until it sits just like that against the cam. And then from there you put your screws and washers on the outside here, little M2, right? Go through there with your little M2 washer and you secure your camera in place. So again, very easy to use, brilliant design in my opinion, probably one of the best cam braces I've seen on the market to this day. Of course, the cost of fabricating these was not cheap. The CF, I mean, is usual stuff, but we had to create a rubber mold for this part here. And we did test it using a 3D printer a bunch of times until we had exactly what we wanted. And then from there we submitted the mold for production, and I am super stoked. I just got back from holiday now. I was looking forward to come back and check this out, make sure it all fits as designed. It does. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. So that's it, guys. Bear with us. We will have this listed on the website quite soon now. And as far as guys ordering the F1.4, F1.5, F1.6 that come with cam braces, we are already shipping that. So if you order a model from us, this is what you'll get. We don't charge extra for this, and we'll do our best to price these guys quite affordable so that you guys can upgrade your cam braces on your F1 models. So that's it, guys. Big thank you. Cheers.